Okay. So we announced the BET Awards, which is a major win for the real ones. I will be hosting the BET Hip Hop Awards, which is a major win for the real ones. They don't let guys like me on that stage. So we're going to do what we got to do and turn up legendary. ATL won't be the same. Now, yeah, Dominic, I was in Rayo's last night. Shout out to all the boys in Rayo's. We had a great time, that pesto. And so, I was traveling so much. I went to Dubai, came back for one day, went to Costa Rica. For some reason, every plane was doing that shit. You know that shit where it's just turbulence and turbulence and turbulence and turbulence. And so I went to Nori's birthday. So I flew to Houston, back to Miami. Then I flew to LA. I had to shoot a video with a young lady named Shab, who's a pop star. She's incredible. Shout out to our whole team. They treated us great. And so while they call me the Forrest Gump of hip hop, and if you noticed, if you watch any documentary moving out here about anything that has to do with street culture, hip hop, basketball, politics, I don't give up any documentary moving. Derek Jeter's the captain, moving. Gotta have Fat Joe's word on there. Because I'm outside. Since I've been 14, I've been beyond outside. Okay? And so if you're not convinced yet, Young Relly, what's up, my brother? If you're not convinced yet, there's a reason why every time you see point guards or see any documentary coming out, they got to have Fat Joe there. Because he was there, Forrest Gump. So just like my wife, my life, Chubby Chub, I just saw Chub. All right. So I get off the plane in LA, right? JetBlue Mint. It's 40 G Unit guys there. Chubby Chub was there with him. It's Tony Yayo, it's Uncle Murder. Thank God the beat is over, right? So we in the middle of the airport, screaming, everybody scream. We act stupid. I think they're going to throw us out the airport. You know, New Yorkers, we don't know how to act. And so I dapped the fellas. Math Hoffa, you gotta play the Tony Yayo, Uncle Murder, and we're waiting for it. They said Math Hoffa's scared to play the episode. They went too crazy. Now, we see the whole G Unit a couple of years ago that would have went real bad, right? Thank God we show the youth peace and unity. Okay, the whole airport must have been looking like, yo, what's this? But we love each other. Everybody got love. We for peace. Wally World, I just told him about. You inspired the song, the MJ song I started with. One More Step. I seen you on your live. I love that song. I never knew the name. And when you said it on your live, I threw it on. Now, the minute I go out in LA, hot 10 minutes, my phone start ringing. It get hot. It get warm. It get hot. And so the Forrest Gump moment is here. Unfortunately, they hit me up. Say, Joe, they just shot PnB Rock. Roscoe's Chicken. Are you okay? Are you all right? I said, yes, I am. My brother Rich the Barber called me. He was really, really nervous for me. Joe, are you sure? Are you this? So I had to show him Magnum PI. The guy looked like fucking, he eat lead, he eat concrete. His face is chiseled. You see his bones, he's cocked diesel, and got one hell of a gun. And let me tell you something. When I have security, my first interview for security, I don't even like security. But my interview with security is, do you know how to shoot where you kill? Because we know how to fight. We actually take great pride in fighting. So if Anything happens, just step back. Let us fight. We love it. We love it. But are you willing to kill? And so that's the question you got to ask your security. Now, when you get to LA, it's so beautiful. It's so incredible. The mountains, the flowers. Hitmaker, what's up, baby? The mountain, the flowers. It's so deceiving. It's so deceiving because you out there and you feel like, you know, we come from this concrete jungle. We come from these streets. And when we get out there, we think everything's beautiful, everything's sweet. Same thing with Miami. They always say, don't go over the bridge. Don't go to that pork and beans. Don't go to that Liberty City, First 48. Don't. Okay? So now, particularly, and I'm going to be honest with you, DJ Juanito, when I'm in LA, I'm always security up, strapped up. What does that mean, Joe? It means what I noticed over the years, and this conversation right here, right? The reason you tune in for this conversation right here, because I'm the only one that can talk to you like this. I'm the only one been in the streets. You're not going to Joe Button for this conversation. You're not going to academics for this conversation. If you are, you're a fool. And that's no disrespect because I love both those brothers. Charlemagne, no, the buck stops here. When you want that real shit, when you want that real talk, street guy lived it his whole life, the buck stops here. And it's so crazy because some people say, why does Fat Joe he talks about these topics? Why he talks, you know, who authorized him? Nobody else gonna talk to you like this. Nobody. Shout out Diddy. Shout out LeBron James. Timberland and King. Shout out to Diddy. Shout out to LeBron James. We just announced our new show on Stars. Shout out to Stars. We've been doing amazing things. And Fat Joe, as much shit as he could talk, he's human. I got a family. So eliminate LA and let's go to New York. Let's go to Harlem. I'm often in Sylvia's. I'm often in Melba's. Supporting black-owned businesses. Flor de Mayos, Conde, Malecon, Brown-owned businesses. That's what we do. We announced the show today. Stars, LeBron James, Diddy, Fat Joe, Black and Brown, Papito. These guys talk it, but I live it. And so, what's the difference of me being in Sylvia's, of me being in Melba's, on Conde or Malecon, eating with my family? And so you turn around, they said Nipsey Hussle. Some people say he was a leader in the community. I believe that. Some people say, because a lot of these guys, if y'all want real talk today, let me see some fire signs. Let me see some fire signs. Because all I got for you is real talk. And so if you don't want the real talk and you want this fucking mumbo jumbo, that's on you. That's on you. If you want the real talk, then we're really going to talk. And some people who say, what you know, bro, nobody else going to talk to you like this. Nobody else going to give you the real. Shout out to Power to the Patients, helping the people out there with transparency. Nobody going to talk that real shit. These guys, they can't talk it because they never fucking lived it. They can't talk it. They never lived it. And so we go out there, right? Support black-owned business. What was this young man doing? Supporting black-owned business with his wife and his daughter. Now, I knock no hustles. I used to rob people. I used to stick people up. Not proud. I was once a young, confused man that was living by any means necessary, was living by get rich or die trying. So I understand the plight. I understand what's going on there. But what I never understood is why can't you rob a brother? Take his shit, stick him up, we caught you off guard, and keep it moving and let that brother be great. Now, we all know how hard it is for young blacks and young Latinos. They're stacked against us. Police against us. The streets against us. System against us. And so we all fighting to try to find a way. But now when you rob a person, because I want to be clear on this. So I'll tell you, I'm not mad at you robbing people. I'm not. You won. You got it. But I'm mad at you killing people. I'm going to keep it real. And so when you make the choice to kill an unarmed person for no reason after you robbed them, you're an evil person. You're evil. You're mad at your life and you're evil. Now, I seen an uproar. Oh, you shouldn't wear your jewelry. You shouldn't this. I watched on the news. I was in LA. And I'm watching the little girl on the news and all that. They got her outside of Roscoe's Chicken. And she's saying, you shouldn't post where you at. You should. What? I want to know, what's the crime in posting where you at? What's the crime in being proud of yourself and wearing the jewelry? What's the crime in supporting black-owned business? What's the crime? No, that's not the reason why the man died. The reason why the man died is because there's some guys out there that hate the world and they killed him for no reason. Because they could have took his jewelry, pistol whipped him, whatever. Took the jewelry. They did not have to take that little girl's father. And so they start all these, because no. It is what it is. Black on brown crime, black on black crime, brown on brown crime. It is what it is. And it's disgusting. When we know how hard it is to get out of that situation, to lift yourself up, and your life can be taken like that. We only get one life. Fat Joe's not no fucking superhuman. I could slip on a banana peel today. I could get hit with a flower pot on my head. I could be in an accident. This is real shit. This is why I come on here and talk transparency. Now, there's a thing they call, you go to a place, check in. How about we check in ahead of time? How about the OGs who know these guys who are fucking killing rappers? Tell them ahead of time. Stick them up. Don't kill them. Can you do that for me? Every gang leader, every real guy, every OG of the world. Can y'all do that for me? Can you do this and say, stick him up? He ain't check in. Don't kill him. Not in front of that black woman and that black baby. In that restaurant, which is a fucking iconic restaurant that I've been to 20, 30, 40 times. Fucking chicken is the best chicken in the world, Roscoe's Chicken. And when you come to LA, the first thing you want is some Roscoe's Chicken. And I wisened up. And I just tell them to get it and bring it to the hotel. Now the hotel ain't safe. Just a week before this, they aired out a truck. They almost killed the rapper. They aired out his manager. 100 shots in the middle of Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills ain't safe in LA. It just ain't nowhere is safe there. And then what do these guys do? They roam around Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive to see anybody to kill them and rob them? Think about it. If every rapper in the world is getting murdered in Hollywood Hills, Beverly Hills, what the fuck is going on in LA? And so over here in New York, I could dip out. My house is in the most beautiful neighborhood in the world, and I got that thing in here. I'm not one of them. I'm a lifelong Democrat. I will never vote Republican. But in any state, I got that thing. Simple. I'm going to protect me and my family. You got it confused. You got it confused. And so what I'm saying is, what I learned out in LA my whole life, is that these guys are so daring. You could be with the illest OG that runs everything, and they'll try you with the OG standing right next to you. It's happened to me several of times. I'm with the biggest so-called guy you ever heard of in LA, the leader of all leaders, and this and that, and we still get into the smoke in front of the guy. And so in New York, the only difference is, and I'm not comparing LA to New York to Philly, is there's a level of respect. Well, as of now. Because these kids are out of control. And I'm not necessarily throwing that on the kids. That PnB Rock, I don't know if those was young guys. I don't know who it was. What I do know is these kids. I just watched some shit on Instagram. They stuck up a bodega with machine guns this big for a bodega. You know what the bodega got, guys? $1,000. It's 4 of you guys with machine guns. You go to jail, you get 15 years in jail for armed robbery. Nobody wants armed robbery, especially white people. Do you fucking get it? No white people want to go to Bottega and Veneta or fucking Gucci and 4 armed gunmen coming there with machine guns. They don't want it, bro. And so when you go to trial or you become a jail lawyer and you think you will see those fucking white people in that jury talking about send that motherfucker away for 18. We don't want no machine gun in the store. Poppy don't want it. Nobody want the shit. So now what you got $1,000? You guys made $250. Was 15 years of your life worth $250? If Poppy feels bold and jumps at you with a knife, you gotta kill him. That's life in jail. And so, rappers are now an endangered species. I'm telling you now. Because you got them both. You got the feds, you got the police, ready to lock everybody up. They can't wait. In fact, the more famous you get, works against you because they want to play that against you. They want to lock you up. The most famous you are, they want to give it to you. The hood want to kill their own. I've never seen people hate themselves. I've never seen, what's the problem? Black people, Latino people, what's the problem if you see your own brother or sister come up and make something out of nothing? Why you want to kill them? What is the problem? Why you hate yourself so much? Why you want to kill them? Hate. Hate. People wake up every day just to hate. You hate yourself. See, I'm not these guys. I come from the soil. And if you from fucking Tennessee or Mississippi or Alabama and you never grew up with a guy like Fat Joe, a Spanish guy that black people love like that, you don't know where I'm from, bro. That's where you got it confused. Big time confused. And so you got to understand that I know. I come from it. I know the mindset. I know what it is. And so what I try to tell the youth, let me tell you something. I try to come out here in New York and I talk to a couple of people who are peacekeepers, who are this, who are that, and say, yo, get the gangs together. Fat Joe want to sit down with them. I want to inspire them and tell them they're kings. I want to tell them that Jay-Z from the projects too. Fat Joe from the projects too. I want to tell them that when we was young, we was wild too. But once you get over that hump, because you got to understand, regardless of what gang you down with, and I'm not blaming this on the gangs. This could be just people who just want to stick people up. But regardless of what gang you is, whoever you killing looks just like you. It's from your family tree. If you do the real history, that's your cousin. That's your brother. That's your sister. All of them. All the gangs. I tell you that story all the time. Listen, let me tell you a story. Right? And I'm not blaming this on the gangs. I'm blaming this on like, listen, bro. This shit is every week. It's every week. In New York, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know all the drill rappers, all these young boys, but they dying every week. If not, they going to jail for murder every week. Chauncey, what's up, baby? Pepsi in the building. Every week. Rapper can't go nowhere. So I go one day, I live in the Bronx. I used to ride my little bike every day to Southern Boulevard. We had the store there. One day, I'm riding my bike, and in every corner there's 10, 20 guys, same color of a gang. I never say who they are, because you heard this story before, but I gotta tell you. this is new. Every block, you know I'm the king of the Bronx. I don't know if you understand that. Whether you acknowledge it or you don't or whatever. I'm from every block in the Bronx. I'm from Heath. I'm from Hunts Point. I'm from Brook Avenue. I'm from Forest Projects. I grew up on Washington Avenue and Webster. I'm from East Tremont. My first apartment was in Parkchester. My next apartment was in Throsneck. I'm cool with the Cortland crew. I'm cool with the PEQ. I'm cool with everybody. Section 5, Co-op City, fucking Patterson Projects. There is nowhere Fat Joe has not been. So if somebody tells you from the Bronx, yo, I know Fat Joe, it's true. 165 in Walton, I'm there. So I'm from everywhere in the Bronx. There's no doubt that they have seen Fat Joe on many occasions. Whether hustling, being in the street, wherever you want. River Park Towers, my cousin Damon and Levi is from River Park Towers. You can't tell me nothing about being in the Bronx. I'm from the city, right? So now, I noticed that while I'm riding my bike, in every corner, there's 20 guys. And they're waving at me and shit. So at one point, I pull over and I said, let me go get me a Diet Pepsi. Shout out Knicks Fan TV. Let me go get me a Diet Pepsi. And when I walk in the store and I come out Diet Pepsi, there's 100 guys there. Right? These guys are so deep. They say, yo, the big homie of all big homie wants to talk to you. This, that. So they give me a cell phone. And I speak to the big homie of all the big homies. And I say, yo, what's up? Yo, want to meet up with you. You know, talk to you and Big Pun. And Pun was alive. And so I sent him to Jimmy's Bronx Cafe. If Pun was alive, this was over 20 years ago. By the way, we had the biggest guns you ever seen in your life with us. About 4 of us. Pun was with me. So I sit down. The OG of all OGs, the biggest guy in the universe, come sit down. Now he sits down, he got a guy with him. So, I've been here before there was gangs in New York, guys. Okay? And I've been in every hood getting money. So I know who bought that life, who really ain't about that life. I might not know him now because I'm not in the streets. I don't know who the 15-year-old shooter is. No. In my era, I knew who was about that life. So he's sitting there with a guy who, it's nobody. The guy I know him from 182nd and Crescent. He was nobody. Right? But I'm sitting there with the king, the Don of all Dons and shit. So he says, listen, bro. Suge Knight is in a gang. Snoop Dogg is in a gang. You and Big Pun, y'all the biggest Latinos. We want you to be in the gang. I go. Because my book of Jose, comes out in November 15th. You can pre-order it. The link's in the bio. It's the illest book you ever read in your life, especially hip-hop. And so, you'll read in there that I've been about getting money since I'm 14. See, the Bronx ain't never see Fat Joe without a chain, without a Rolex, without a Dapper Dan, without a... I've been getting to it since I'm 14. Sorry, guys. I'm speaking the facts. And so, I'm about getting money, man. So I speak to the guy, say, all right, cool. Let me ask you something. Do you have any entrepreneurs, somebody who owns a business in your gang? He says, no, we don't have nobody who owns a business. I said, do you have a principal of a school or a school teacher in your gang? No, Joe, we don't. I got to really look around, but we're 5,000 strong. Okay. So if I join your gang, who should I want to be like? Who's the illest? What should I do? That's easy. We got the big homie such and such. He's doing triple life. Can't even see human people. He's 23-hour lockdown. OG of all OGs. Who's the second biggest? That's easy. The big homie over here, he's doing double life in jail. This, that. Can't see human beings. Brother, what the fuck makes you think I want to be the OG of OGs in jail for triple life? What makes you think we get money, we doing nothing? What makes you think that we want to do this shit? He looks at me and he starts laughing because crazy no crazy. You ever knew that? You ever walked in the street and seen a crazy dude cross the street? And if you crazy, because I'm crazy. I'm crazy. And they look at me, they go, oh no, he crazy. Crazy no crazy. In every level. So he look at me and said, damn, he crazy. Oh, you better fucking believe it. And just because I retired and I'm a rapper, you know, and this and that. Oh no, I look in your eyes and you know, oh shit. But the point I'm trying to say is, when are we going to get past, and who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? So I told him, yo, let's sit down with it. Nobody can sit it down. It's so disorganized. It's so out of control that nobody can fucking sit down. If you don't have money, find a way to get money. If your profession is robbing people, why do you have to kill them? It's the only conversation. I have not told you, and normal people are probably like, he really is crazy because I am. I'm not saying you don't need to come up. I'm not saying you don't need to get money. I'm not saying you don't need to this. What I'm saying is, why do you have to take their life? Young family. We got so many fake fathers. We got so many fake dads that don't give a fuck about their kids. They have kids and they think if they bought them a pair of sneakers, they're a real father. One pair of sneakers the whole year. I got sisters and brothers that their father never gave them a fucking lollipop. Not a fucking ice pop. My brothers and sisters' father never gave them a fucking lollipop. Not a candy cane for Christmas. You got a dad that's with his kid, that's with his wife, and you kill him. And so my thing is, I tried, bro. I'm not even going to lie to you. I try to let everybody talk. I try to let everybody do whatever. This is why you on here in the middle of the afternoon. You know ain't nobody going to talk that shit like Joe Crack. He just ain't, man. They just don't understand the streets. They looking at it from some industry shit. So this ain't no fucking industry. Motherfuckers is hungry out here. There's no question. And so what I tell to every rapper in the universe, because I'm the king of no security, get security. This is it. This is it. Joe Crack, PSA, rappers, young and old, whether I know you or not, get security. Treat it the way we treat our wardrobe. Treat it the way we treat our videos. Treat it, get security and make sure he shoot. Because these guys shoot. You might have a guy all big in this and then he fold when it go down. I've had that. I've had security that's fucking 7 feet tall and when the shit go down, the motherfucker look like a midget. He's pussy. You got to have a real conversation with security. Yo, listen, you know, if anything happens, are you willing to shoot? That's what it is. And so we got some shit in New York. I don't want to talk too much because it's too much politics. But, you know, in the brink of all this fucking shit, I can't go there. I can't go there. With a legal gun. Exactly, Eric B. Shout out to Eric B. Eric B. and Rakim. With a legal gun. I'm talking about security. A real security. Not your homeboy who got the hammer. Not because you're going to jail forever. You need real security. Professional, licensed security. Legal security. Not your man. We all got a boy that's willing to let it go. You're going to jail. Because what happens is, you know, I've been in situations where it get popping in the club. Motherfuckers is fighting. I'm not. And guess who's on the news the next day? Fat Joe beat up a guy and robbed a guy. And the guy don't even have he has a see-through chain on. This guy ain't got 2 fucking rocks. Fuck 2 quarters. He ain't got 2 rocks in his pocket to rub together. He ain't got 2 rocks in his pocket. Talking about I robbed him. Somebody said, I see somebody said, Tupac, I put him up yesterday because I read a comment and the comment said, I wish Tupac was still here so maybe he could talk to these young kids about not killing each other. Breaking news. They killed Tupac. So this shit been going on forever. Tupac, they killed Tupac. They killed Biggie. They killed Pop Smoke. They killed Nipsey Hussle. They killed Jam Master Jay. They killed Big L on his block. How loyal you want the rappers to be to the hood when you got the most loyal ones to the hood? Nipsey Hussle opened up businesses in his hood. And because of hate and jealousy, they killed him. I mean, could somebody tell me something else? Could somebody show me something else? Because the shit out of control. The shit out of control, man. And peace. That's a hard pill to swallow. Shout out to my brother Lefty. He said LA politics is the devil. Peace is a hard pill to swallow. And what it is it takes a lot to forgive somebody and go over somebody shot your cousin, somebody killed your cousin, this to make peace. But peace is the only way. God is the only way. It's the only way, bro. And so we're going to keep coming back at this shit. We're going to keep talking about people getting killed. Ain't you happy for them? They better, though. Somebody said niggas don't love God. They better. Because even if you're on the other side of the gun and you're accused of murder, You're on your fucking knees every day praying to God, whether it's Jesus Christ or Allah. You praying hard to get up out that jail. Don't forget that, bro. And that's the craziest thing. When God blesses you and gives you a miracle, then you come out here and you act stupid again. Come on. And so what I'm trying to do is I just try to my whole shit is about transparency, man. Telling you about my failures, telling you about my wins, so you can just take it. You never had this before in your life. That's why we hosting the BET Awards. That's why we got a show on Stars with LeBron James and P. Diddy. That's why we got the Showtime show with Kenya Barris. Yo, bro, it's because we talking that real shit and the people know it. And they love it and they accept it. And anybody who's trying to tell you that black ain't Spanish and Spanish ain't black, yo, bro, your facts are backwards. And this has always been an issue to divide and conquer the hood. Because let me tell you something. You know what's the most powerful thing? It's people power. And when people come together in big numbers, let me tell you something. There's nothing against them. My best friends are Jewish. Right? You ever go through Brooklyn over there, Williamsburg, where you see the Jewish people, they got their own cops. In America, their own cops. Their own ambulance. They live in the project, but the project got bars and shit. It's because they stand together and they say, we are voting for Mr. Williams. And the 1 million Jews over there go and hit Mr. Williams when it's an election. Every one of them, old, little, fat, small, they don't care. They go Mr. Williams. Guess what? He wins. He takes care of them. He makes sure that the community is straight. When black and Latinos realize that we're under the same conditions, that we're under the same scrutiny. This is why I love Power to the Patients. You know how many people are losing their homes, losing their families because they don't know what the prices are at the hospital? And so, Big Pun, Boricua, Morena, Puerto Rican, Latino, black, this, that. We've been on this shit. This ain't new. We've been on this. Because if we only understood how, and then some of us ourselves want to divide us. You got some Spanish people who are fucking racist. You got some black people who are racist that they just can't see past skin color. And not realize that if we went together and we said, hey guys, we're all going to vote for Mr. Williams, our communities might have better hospitals, better schools, better policing. Because if somebody go and get to killing a black brother, we all out in the streets. Somebody get to killing a Latino sister, we all on the streets together. And so that's why when I see hate, especially on the internet, because I don't see hate in person. Look, I want somebody to hate me in person. Because I don't see it. I'm in the hood in Houston. I'm in the hood in LA. I'm in the hood in Miami. I'm in the hood in New York. All I get is love. So it's a calculated internet shit. Guys we never see. They're saying that, right? And I'm also willing to believe that is manipulated by people who want to divide us. We've never been for division. We've always been for unity. Well, Fat Joe is for unity. And so you got to get past skin color. You got to get past the past. Forgive but never forget. But we got to get past the past. Because if you're stuck in the past, you know how much shit done happened to me. Do you know how many times I've been robbed for millions of dollars? Right in your face, and you never even knew it. I wake up one day and realize somebody robbed me for millions of dollars. Most guys will throw themselves off the fucking roof. One day you rich as fuck. The next day you broke as fuck. And you still got to smile at the people because you're famous. So they assume you got money. But I know that as long as I continue to work, I continue to hustle, I continue to advance, I'm going to get the money again. And so don't let the past define your future. A lot of you guys have a traumatic experience and you get stuck there. You just like, oh, this happened to me. No, it happened to me. You know how many times I was falsely accused and they tried to put me in jail for life? In front of your eyes, I'm doing lean back. And then we got a Puerto Rican cop in the Bronx trying to put me in jail for life. The fucking nerve, huh? And I'm sitting there. I mean, they bring me in, yo, we thinking you did this and this and that. I said, man, let me tell you something. The only Puerto Rican nigga that made it out the Bronx, man. And you, Papi, want to put me in jail for life. That's what you telling me. You hate your own. You jealous of your own. Jealous of your own. And so we all go through this. It's about fighting through. It's about coming together. If you're an OG in any form, if you got younger kids listening to you, that's another thing. That's another thing. If you're the OG, if you're a guy 40, 50 years old, and you telling young kids to go kill each other or sell drugs, you're disgusting yourself, bro. If a little kid is looking at you like you're an OG and you this and this and that, and you guiding them niggas to hell. Now I sat down with a kid in the corner a couple of months ago and the man told me, yo, man, they waiting for me. I said, what do you mean? He said, my cousins, my brothers, they all in jail. Could everybody on here put their age? Could everybody put their age on here? 22, 25 years old, 32, 45, 60, 72. Could everybody just put their age on here? Can everybody text 22, 25, 36, 42? 53 years old, 28 years old, 38 years old, 29 years old, 40 years old, 44, 61. Damn, Miriam, you look good for that. 29, 44, 44, 23, 42, 50 years old, 40 years old, 30 years old, 47 years old, 46 years old, 49 years old, 24. Miriam, you said 61 a bunch of times. Go drink a fucking mimosa right now or something. You're stressing me out because you're getting old. 29, 31. And so you see, the disparity. We got people on here 60 and 50 and 40 and 28 and 22 and 40. And this is why the conversation needs to be had. 25. This is why it needs to be had, because they never see somebody like Fat Joe that raps and famous and talks that real shit to them. You know, am I a dummy? I invest in the hood. My stores are across the street from the projects. I built the school inside my store. floors and ceilings and it smells good and fucking school in there. They can bring these kids after school and learn the computer and learn. Am I a dummy? For loving my people? For not being afraid to be in my community? Somebody answer me. Answer me. Am I a dummy? Should I just stay in this mansion? Shit is unbelievable, bro. So what do you do? What do you do? Disgusting. And let me tell you something. Let me give you some type of hope. Anybody. There's not an age limit on success. There's not an age limit on getting your shit together. Crazy Legs was something, my brother. Up NYC is for the culture. We ain't running away. We ain't running away. We ain't never running away. If that's what it is, that's what God's plan is, it is what it is. It is what it is. We ain't never running away. We're not. It was one of the very few things that we got, that we see kids, they come, they buy their sneakers, they hustlers. They entrepreneurs. They buy the sneaker at my store for $150, they go and sell it for $500. We about the sneaker, we about the culture. But if they respect legally, then let those kids do what they got to do. And so they come there and they know. Joey the plug. Vice versa. You got people who really want to with it. I'd rather those kids that you see online looking to buy a pair of sneakers to sell it for $500, do that than sell drugs. I'd rather those kids sell a sneaker than stick up you at the gas station. What you need to understand was, or is, I went to St. Martin last month and they told me nobody dies. I went to Dubai, they told me nobody dies. I keep going to these countries where nobody dies. Then I come back to America, turn on Eyewitness News, and we can't get past 10 minutes of 40 people getting killed on the weekend. What's the problem? And like I told you, no matter what age you are, no matter what the situation is, you can always come up out there. Hustle, grind, work harder. I met people with stories that would amaze you. They came to this country with nothing, absolutely nothing, like Scarface. Work, washing dishes. Told their employees, yo, you want to go out? Don't worry, I'll take your time. And then they start seeing checks, 500, 700. They feel, wow, they got money. Because they don't have that in their country. Hey, listen, what I'm saying to you is, it's time to start talking to your kids. Have a real conversation with your kids. Speak to the kids in the community. If you're a lady, a senora, an older woman, I know for a fact the craziest kids in the community, they'll talk to you. Have that conversation. All right, y'all. Let your darkest moments bring your most clarity. Meaning, when you're going through something, relationship, health, family, when you turn around and your so-called loved ones are best friends, when you turn around and they're not there, that's God giving you a lesson so you know those ain't really your people. Turn your darkest moments into your most clarity. Get rid of them. Because God is going to continue to bless you on another level, but he wants them out the way. And so what God does is he comes and fumigates. It's like an exterminator. He'll come and you don't want to understand it at the time. Why they got your best friend away from you, your so-called best sister, your this. These people are not for your best interests. And so God lets you know, you get rid of them for when your blessings come, you can enjoy your blessings. People who love you can enjoy the blessings with you. Put God first in good and bad times. I have a terrible fear of flying. It's the time I am most terrified in the universe. Don't know why. It's a defect in my DNA. God gave me it. Every time I'm on a plane, I'm suffering. But when the shit go like this and it feel like it's about to crash, I say, thank you, God. Thank you for letting me face my fears, God. Thank you, God, for having me up here, man. Thank you, God. I want to survive. I want to make it. But if I don't, thank you for all the blessings you gave me. All the lessons you gave me. Thank you for my family. Thank you for my family's health. Thank you for my friends who fighting illness right now. If I die right now, God, can you continue to bless my friends who fighting cancer right now, God? Can you continue to pick up and lift the spirits of my brother who's doing life in the feds right now? Bro, in good and bad times. And let me tell you something. Happy birthday, my brother Bill Blast. It's his birthday today, man. God bless you, man. We happy for that, man. Happy birthday to my father. It's my father's birthday today. El Cubano. The guy won't stop. The man been here 87 years. And he's still a motherfucking problem. And so, Ernesto Delgado, viva Cuba, mi papá, te quiero, papi. Te voy a ver. And keep your head up, man. Stay strong, stay smart, stay prayed up. Peace.